Hi there, my name is MrGinoUp, and today I wanted to divert a little bit from the mature games and talk about Pokemon, and more specifically the upcoming Pokemon Sun and Moon, and my hopes for the game. Let's jump straight to it. Number 1. More post-game content. Pokemon X and Y had a boring post-game content, only that little story with Looker, and that stupid Battle Chateau. In Pokemon Oras, they did a little bit better with the story of Zinnia and her part as a lorekeeper. Now, what I hope to see in Sun and Moon is of course more story about Zinnia. Also, I would like to know more about her Whismer, Aster. Something that would also be interesting is more information about Phoebe, the Elite Four of the Hoenn region. Seeing that Alola is based off Hawaii, and looking at Phoebe's appearance, she might originate from this region. Maybe there would be a story revolving about Phoebe and her past, explaining how her powers came to be. And maybe also explain the creepy kid sitting behind her in Oras. Also worth mentioning, in Pokemon X and Y, you get a strange object called the Strange Souvenir from a tourist. This resembles a Hawaiian totem, and could probably also originate from Alola. Number 2. An interesting villain team. So far, the only villain team I really liked is Team Plasma. Their idea to liberate Pokemon for humans was something to think about. The only ones that actually wanted to liberate the Pokemons were N and a few grunts, so the whole idea was thrown away when Ghetsis revealed his true intention. Kinda ruined the whole plot. Now, in Sun and Moon, my guess the story is gonna be about the Sun and the Moon. But what I'm curious about is how they're gonna make the villain team use these powers. What I had in mind would be that there's some sort of crisis in Alola, and the villain team tries to resolve it via the use of the energy of the Sun or the Moon. But by harnessing the power of the Sun, the world would be plunged into eternal darkness. Or, when they harness the power of the Moon, the world would never see the night. The reason I think this would be interesting is because it would create a dilemma. The villain team are not just your typical bad guys. They try to help Alola, so their motives are good, but the way they try to resolve it is not the best way, or would only make the problem worse. Oh yeah, and also make a nice plot twist where someone you would think had nothing to do with the villain team would turn out to be the key member of it. Number 3. A dickhead as a rival. From Generation 3 and onward, there were not really any dickheads as your rival. There was Barry and Hugh, but they were just annoying rather than dickheads. Showing from the last trailer, your rival will be a dude named How or something like that. He does not look like the guy that would wait outside your cave after fighting 3 bazillion Zubats and then fight your half-dead team. But the one that interests me is Lily. Now in the previous number, I said I would like to see someone you would not expect to actually see as in a villain group. I was actually talking about your rival. Or in this case, Lily. She looks suspicious enough, and especially with the whole mysterious assistant thing going on. Shit, now I said that. I'm not gonna be surprised when that actually happens. Oh yeah, and make your rival an actual challenge. I mean, come on man, the rivals in the last few generations were a fucking joke. Number 4, a harder game. Continuing from the harder rival part, I would like to see Pokemon become harder. Get rid of that frickin' XP share and make the gym levels further apart so you actually have to train before you fight one. Instead of just casually running through everything, you have to stop and fight wild Pokemons or trainers to level up and make it a bit of a grind. Now I understand Pokemon is still a game for children, so why not add a hard mode like in Black and White? Only instead you don't have to unlock the mode, you just play it from the beginning. This would please older audiences, but also make it simple for the young ones. Number 5, a good experience. Now this one is quite simple. I just want a nice Pokemon game that I can play. And don't get me wrong, I loved every Pokemon game so far. And I want this one to be as amazing as all the others. And I'm pretty sure they will deliver. Even though I'm 19 years old, I still wait for a new Pokemon game every year, like the little kid I was 13 years ago. And when I saw Pokemon Sun and Moon announcement, I screamed a little bit inside, and my body was full of excitement. So what I want is just a nice time of me sitting on the couch and play this game for a bunch, and enjoy every minute of it. So that was my list of 5 things I want to see in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and leave a comment on what you want to see next. Smell ya on the flip side. Boop!